Today we're going to be finishing off Liurnia of the Lakes, and the first thing I want to do in that regard is I actually want to switch out my weapons. I really haven't been feeling the greatsword too much, and if I do use these in the future, I think I either want to dual wield them or at least use a different one, because I do not feel the generic greatsword at all. So for the time being, I'm going to kill this knight's cavalry and try to get his glaive, see if I have more fun with that. I don't know about these hitboxes. I'm going to start going for the horse instead. Come on, whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. I feel like I'm actually fighting another player. We're just baiting each other. Also, since he doesn't really deal that... Alright, he does deal that much damage. I'm full of shit. The horse doesn't deal that much damage. He's relatively still threatening. Come on, just do something, man. What a weird fight this has been. Alright, I guess we're in the jump attack meta now. Jump attack seems to actually be working very well against this guy. At least in part because he's not really interested in fighting me. He's just running around. I think the terrain of the road here is really messing him up. Just like talking about him is messing me up. Oh. Well, that's sort of like a riposte. Does the same job in the end. Alright, let's go see how this Knight Rider glaive actually does. The good news is that I actually have the stats to equip this. I hadn't really thought this out and checked that. The bad news is I don't have the souls to upgrade it. Psych, I totally do. And we've got this thing up to +7 now, which is, I believe, the same as our greatsword, even better, isn't it? Ah, it's 1 lower. Our fashion has changed substantially this episode. For some reason, the awful skeleton armor works with me a little bit better when I'm using this halberd. I'm not quite sure why. My first time through the game, I never saw Dialos after the initial time I met him in the round table. Considering he's right here, I'm not surprised. This is just like a corner of an area that has almost no reward for exploring. I went up and down so many houses and never found him because he's just on the very edge. I didn't see him. But alas, let's forget what you're about now.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. I, Dialos, swear to deliver the message.
Oh, you're secretly the Edgelord. I thought that was me. Okay.
They laid hands upon me.
On the way to do a side quest, I stumbled over a golden seed that I think I actually missed in my first playthrough. Alright, let's see what Yura's up to. I'm really hoping to enjoy the halberd a lot more than I've been feeling about the greatsword. Running attack feels solid. What's the charge R2 on this? Just an overhead smash. Running attack feels really solid though. And so does the follow-up to the R2, or the R1 rather. That end was incredibly clumsy. Not sure that I deserve that rune arc, but okay. Speaking of, I should probably equip a rune and use the rune arc. Ah, poor Thops. This is sort of how I expected his story to go. I was going to come to Caria Manor right now, and I might still, depending on how my damage feels. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of hands, especially big hands. So if I can kill these 100-0 off the initial stagger, we'll be doing it now. I cannot. It's not that bad, but we're going to take a slight detour before we deal with this. So we've already found both halves of the Medallion of Dectus. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Grand Lift of Dectus up to Altus Plateau, and then I'm going to head to the east to a mine to get the ball bearing for upgrade shards level 3 and 4. And that should be more than enough to make these big hands trivial and Caria Manor much, much more pleasant to explore. Also, I've been calling it Carian instead of Carian. I'm pretty sure it's Carian. Carian would be very strange, considering that's already a word with a very different meaning. Am I going crazy? Do I not actually have both halves of the medallion? Well, shit. Apparently I just didn't do Kenneth Heights quest. I'm losing my mind. I could have sworn I did this. Anyway, I don't think this man stands much of a chance. So close, though. Feeling kind of bad for the demi-humans between me and the end of this quest. They don't stand much of a chance. Okay, there. This time we actually have the medallion. I'm not just going crazy and assuming I did things. Another day, another golden seed. It really is a staggeringly pretty game sometimes. I mean, the people aren't the best, but the scenery is beautiful. I have never been less interested in finding something in my life. Please leave me alone. I will take the golden seeds, though. Actually, I don't even know if there are golden seeds here. Yeah, there are. There are multiple. Fantastic. And I can't use the map just yet because of the fight. There we go. Yeah, it's right there. That's the mine I'm looking for. Alright, how bad is it to try to kill these guys? It's not the best, but it seems a lot more manageable than the Greatsword did. Because now my 3-hit combo that doesn't quite kill them doesn't consume my entire stamina bar. Ah, it's these guys. Oh, I've already got what I need. I assume this mine's gonna have Smithing Stone 5, though, on account of the fact that I got that item here, so if I'm buying 3s and 4s, there's no reason to give me anything under that. And if that's the case, what does Giant Hunt actually do? Sorry, randomly distracted. It goes straight up is the answer. But if Smithing Stone 5 is what's dropping here, then I should probably actually do the cave to further upgrade my halberd. And I'm definitely enjoying the halberd a lot more than the greatsword. This feels much more like a weapon is supposed to feel to me. And yeah, this is a Smithing Stone 5 cave. Is this another fake wall? It is. The running attack into R1 just feels so nice. And then nothing on the previous weapon I was using felt nice. Although that doesn't feel nice. Rolling attack, maybe? Yeah. There are some slight issues with using the halberd in very tight corridors. Please. Oh, that is brutal. Well, I've got a backup weapon at least. Yeah, that just feels really nice. In a way that the Greatsword never felt for me. Hopefully I'll get back onto Greatsword hype once I get Radahn's Greatswords. I've never actually cleared out this dungeon before, but I fought Onyx Lords, so I mean, this can't be that bad, right? The damage is a little bit something to be desired, but I do stagger him in 2 hits. Do I stagger him in 1 jumping attack? I do. Not panic rolling at all. Never heard of panic roll in my life. That second attack is slow. I don't know what this does. Could you let me fight you, please? Well, that was satisfying. Let's do it again. I mean, I don't feel like it's how I'm supposed to fight the boss, but it's funny. Yeah, being able to stagger this guy just makes him so much easier. One, two, three. Yeah, it took me a little bit, but I'm getting the hang of it. Alright, so when he's attacking, he has hyper armor. With some of his attacks, at least. God, it's so slow. I'm stuck on his body. I can't get out. Okay, we're good. Think we're done? Yeah. Not the prettiest fight in the world, but we got through it. I feel like I might be a bit fucked, though. I didn't get the treasure, but I mean... somehow I'm relatively okay. If you don't mind, I'll just be on my way. Oh, the bloodstains at the bottom of the ladder are stopping me from climbing it. I guess I'll be joining their ranks then. No, please. Oh, it's the other side. Can you grab me off the ladder? Because if so, I'll be kind of salty. Alright, we're alive and well. Nothing bad happened down there. Also, that was not worth my time. I don't know what it was, but I don't care either. That was a traumatic experience that I don't wish to repeat. I'm also backtracking to the Cellular Crystal Tunnel to get some more Smithing Stone 5s to upgrade my halberd even further. I'm really struggling to get the Smithing Stone. Okay. Yeah, this is completely manageable. Also, apparently I somehow staggered him with just 2 hits. Something he does must cost him stamina. He just did it a lot before I hit him. Because there's no way this staggers in 2 hits against anything. I'm probably dead now. Nope. Everything somehow worked out in the end. I don't know which miner decided to suddenly wake up and turn on me. Oh, it was all of them. I see. Well, in that case, let's begin teaching them lessons. That deals so much less damage than it used to. It used to basically one-shot me. Kind of like that. Did I run all the way over here to loot an item that I already got my first time in? Nice. When this armor set says that it slowly recovers missing HP, it really does mean slowly, doesn't it? Because even the full set isn't doing a whole hell of a lot. Is this Liar ahead? Yep. Coming off the back of the tunnel that's literally nothing but invisible walls, it's easy for me to fall for that right now. Ah, I got stuck on boxes, so sort of figured I'd just run through them. Halberd just feeling nice. I press R1 on the halberd and it does what I expect R1 to do. As opposed to the greatsword, where I press R1 and a couple seconds later it hits one guy for the damage of a katana R1. Congratulations, you got me. Here's a reward. It's so nice to be able to outspeed literally anything. Just... God, I'm so used to touching an enemy and being like, oh, alright, I guess it's time to roll away until he stops attacking. Oh, so they have hyper armor when they're doing the little scuttle, apparently. Come on, you just said they have hyper armor during that attack. What is this? I think I'm actually not interested in this fight. Especially with 2 Estus. I'm really just here for the smithing stones anyway. I need 6 more smithing stone 3s, 10 more smithing stone 4s. I am so glad they decreased the price of these. And let's see what I can get this thing to. Looks like we're going up to plus 14. I would like a different Ash of War, but oh well.
Greetings.
And let's see how much we can upgrade these flasks before we actually go in. It's probably just a single additional flask, to be honest, and I don't think we have any tiers. Yeah. But now with like 7 more upgrades on this halberd and 1 more flask, we should be much less concerned about these hands. Because if you can kill these things before they actually start attacking, they're not a big deal. But if you can't, they're kind of a nightmare. And even then, it looks like I have to not miss any attacks. Small hands, not an issue. It's so nice to not have to worry about them. I still have to actually fight the big ones, but it's much easier to do so with a good weapon. There we go. Stylish to boot. What are you supposed to do with all the Somberstone 2s you get in this area? Jesus. It just seems ridiculous how many it gives you. I really wish I could go to Bach and have him take off this tiny little cape around the back. I don't even know what to call it. It's definitely not a cape, that's why I'm bringing it up, but like, whatever it is, it's fabric that I would like removed, and I'm sad that Bach can't do it. Jesus Christ, wolves. Did you know that pressing R1 is not the correct reaction to being hit by a dog? You'd think as a Souls veteran I wouldn't be making this mistake, but dear God. There. Christ. How much damage am I doing? A decent amount. This could be going better so far. That follow-up is very slow. At this point, I'm pretty confident I can win if I just, like, play it relatively patiently. Alright, I don't know what patient is, but it's not that. That's just bad. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? You can't just outrun that last one. Turns out the bow needs to be dodged specifically. I do not deserve to be alive right now. Alright, terrible fight, as is the trend in this. Yet again, a fight I really do not deserve to win, but hey, it's a fight we won, it technically counts. I'm gonna keep putting points into strength until I get to 40 strength. That way when I two-hand like I've been doing, I'll get up to 60, which is the first soft cap. And then I'm probably gonna go vigor for a very long time after that. Why am I allowed to ride a horse in Ronnie's house? This is a disaster. That went exactly as sporty as you'd expect someone riding a horse in your house to go. It looks like to continue Nephile's quest, I'm going to need to take a brief stop back at the Chapel of Anticipation. So we've used the key at Belfry Grace, and we have a boss to fight. Although, I suspect it's not much of one. Oh, let's do in the screen. Oh, do you stagger? Probably not much. These jumping attacks feel so greedy, but I'm getting away with it. And yeah, he just doesn't have the health of a boss, or, like, the patterns of one, really. Jumped up trash mob, let's be honest with ourselves.
Good to see you. Apologies, mate. But I don't have much bloody knock on.
God damn it. Really ruining this conversation for me.
After all.
But long ago, General Radahn challenged the swirling constellations, and in a crushing victory arrested their...
What does it even mean to challenge and crush the stars? Jesus Christ, Radahn.
General Radahn were to die, the stars would resume their movement.
It is really cool to see that there's like enough side quests in the game that you can actually have full knowledge what killing General Radahn would do before you get to him. As far as I knew before, this is like, oh, that's a thing that's happening now, I guess. I'm sure that says it in the lore of an item description somewhere, but Jesus, this is ridiculous. And I guess there's actually a lot more going on behind the scenes, because there's just so much depth to Ranni's questline that's entirely optional before I can actually get into playing the game further. But now with this final conversation with Blythe, I'll be actually done with Liurnia. I'm sure there's some minor things I've missed, but I've done all the side quests, all the major bosses. We can finally start moving on to Caelid.
The way ahead is pleasingly simple. We fight, sword and fire.
Dude, fucking tell me about it. I am tired of this questing noise. I've been riding my horse for so long.
The way ahead is pleasing.
Alright, I guess I'll kill him again. Hey dude, check this one out. Of course, even though I'm done with Liurnia, that doesn't mean I'm quite ready to go fight Radahn. You see, there's a bunch of side quests over here in Caelid as well, not nearly so many, and I feel like if I don't do them now, I might end up messing up their progression by killing Radahn before I do the actual quest in the zone. Oh shit, is that dog passive? I did not realize that. I just assumed he was angry every time I've ever seen him. Never bothered checking out the shack, which apparently has a quest in it. It's everyone's favorite zone in every FromSoft game, the Poison Swamp. Although, to be honest, this is the substantially less bad of the poison swamps in this game. In part because my horse is immune to poison, and in part just because I don't have to be in it for that long. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Alright, let's start dealing with the trash mobs. Do I kill him with one running, one pack? Of course not. Very smooth, though. That was interesting. I don't actually know what we're doing here. Okay, it's just a big AoE that I was coincidentally directly on the edge of. That second attack was super greedy. I need to stop trying to use Giant Slayer. It's not a good attack. I guess I have so many flasks, I may as well just stay at full to Awakening combat out. Yeah, he says that I actually get attacks in between the dodges. Ow! I didn't even know that was a attack he had. I'll stay on his left side instead, then. Right, time to deal with that. Wait, no, fuck dealing with the ass. I'm just gonna hit him. I'm surprised he hasn't staggered yet. God, that's satisfying. Good job buffing your friends. This is so tragic. Holy shit. It could have been a lot worse where I would actually dodge that last attack, but that is brutal. Just being able to roll through his attacks, then hit him over and over again. And I suppose I have one last thing I want to do before I end today's video, which is to talk to the Great Jar and get the Heavy Arsenal Charm. Or the Great Jar's Arsenal Charm, rather. Which will require us to win a couple of brief invasion fights. Because I figure if I'm about to fight Radahn, I may as well get the charm that's going to give me enough weight load to maybe wear some of his armor. You know, complete the cosplay. The most talented PvPer of all time. Ow, that fucking damage, though. I know it's a counter hit, but still. I really need to stop mashing R1 so that I can't riposte when that happens. Ow. Stop that. Duelist number 1 down. I'm thinking Duelist number 2 might be a bit of a problem. That's some very heavy armor and a very large weapon. What on earth is that? No, it looks like he's not poisoning through any of this, so he only has the heavy armor hat. The rest of his clothes must be lighter. At the very least, doesn't have the torso. Ow, there is definitely hyper armor on that attack. But the weapon's just like really easy to abuse if I take my time with it. There is a follow-up to the jump attack that is brutal. Also, he will heal punish immediately, so watch out for that shit. Duelist number 2 down. You know what would be pretty funny? Putting down a red summon sign here with an appropriate name. Ow! Didn't even realize he let it in yet. Jesus. Makes sense that you're cosplaying Radahn, I guess. I definitely need to incorporate more running attacks when I'm using this weapon. It's fucking ridiculous. I need to stop standing guard 1 against people with shields. I don't know what that does. I've seen him try to do it a couple times now. I've not got any idea what it does. The block with Katana and to just taking damage and you try to guard counter is not the way. The shield's a much better weapon. Ow. Get. It's gotta be some sort of buff. Not good enough, though. Oh. Well, last we got a little bit sketchy. And now we've got a weight low charm for next time when we go fight Radahn, which I believe is my first goal for next video, because honestly, it might take all video. I'm not quite sure how that fight's gonna go. Anyways, so I've been Rather Incoherent. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.